What's going on?
You saw me sneaking an egg. Well, Wendy made these pickled eggs, I don't know, a week ago? 2 weeks ago? How long was it, Wen?
About 3 days.
Right, 3 days ago. And I thought I'll give them a try. Oh, the smell. It smells good. So we just go through the pickling spices. The last time I had a pickled egg was a long time ago. I love them. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was in England, not long ago. So we'll give this a go. Do a egg review. Indians. That is a good pickled egg. And the penetration of the pickling spices are incredible. Well done, mate.
Thank you, darling.
This oven has been a bit of a saga for the last year. Every time we light it, it runs beautifully, and then all of a sudden, kaboom, it's fire. And I had a thought last night what the fire could be. And I traced it down. So from the oven, we've taken the knob off here so you can't accidentally turn the oven on. Had it like that for a while now. But from there you got two going out. You got one going out to the pilot light and a second one going out to the main burner for the oven. And it all works well, and then all of a sudden 10 minutes later it just goes kaboom. I worked it out, right? If the thermostat turns the oven off, the pilot light stays on, and then when the main oven one comes back on, it lights. So I figured there must be a leak in the pilot light somewhere. And lo and behold, look at that little hole. 1, 2 holes I found in the pilot light tube. The rest of the pilot light tube is in really good nick. So we've got a hole on, we need to have it an inch longer. Well, we need to have it that much longer, because that's how much we've got it in 2 halves. I can't find this tube anywhere here in Mexico, this part of Mexico. So what I've got is I had on board is some aluminium tube, which the ID is just about perfect for the OD of this as a joiner. Now this is never under any pressure, right? Which is good. It's an open end on the pilot light nozzle. So by putting this joiner in, epoxying it in, it's under no pressure whatsoever. This is going to be a really tight fit. I know people are going to say you're playing with fire here. Boom, boom. And I am. But it's going to get us out of the poo so that Wendy can make her lovely bread and bake cakes, and we can have roasts and stuff for when we get up to Alaska. Because we're going to need some hot food. And by the time we get there, we'll be able to get a new one of these anyway. But I'm going to just fix it. So stand by for a fix. See this little pipe cutter? It's like a mini little pipe cutter. Walk this way, look at this. Excuse the mess, I'm working on the boat. Not only, let's put some of these fittings back. I was looking for a little inline fitting to replace this, but I'm not going to use it. Not only have I got one of these on the boat, old mate had left me 2. There's another 2 in here, right? So 4 of these on the boat. 3 this size and 1 this size, but they're in all different places in the boat when we went through it initially. So I reckon every time he lost one that he was using, he just went and bought another one. Because they're still in unopened packets, two of them. And then he must go back to the boat with a new one and go, I remember where I left the old one. I'm going to drill that first before I cut that all the way through.
Can't you find the size you want, babe?
No, not in my limited drill bits. I don't want to go and spend...
No.
Problem is, I've got everything back in Australia, and I don't want to go and spend a crazy amount of money on tools, good tools, here in Mexico, when I've got nearly everything back in Australia. But I've got my plan B toolkit. So I'm just taking the ID of this bit of pipe out, just a smidge. And it should now... Oh, look at that! We have a perfect fitting join.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy because I'm going to get fresh bread and cakes. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. Because it's the hardest place in the world to work. Not as hard as the lazarette, but... Yeah, I'm doing this for cake. It's a bit like if someone said, will you make me a beer brewer? Yeah, if I can have some beer. So I've got so many plans. But anyway, epoxy this, wake it back in, bend it all to the right shape, tighten it up, test it, see if it works. Pilot light on, main flame on, main flame off, main flame on. How good's that?
It's fantastic.
Well, I've just fixed the oven, so we better test it. I'm just going to make some nice olive bread to give it a crack. I miss making bread. Look at that. Beautiful. They should just sort of, once you bend, what do? I bend them like that, throw them down, and if they try and go out again, you know it's ready. Because it's now got memory. That's all I've given it, it's a memory. So there we go, just a nice simple recipe, no butter, minimum sugar. Let that rise for half an hour. Bob's your auntie. Ready for the reveal? Oh wow! Look at that.
That looks enormous.
At that. I think we might have more than one loaf of bread out of this. I'll have to make some bread rolls as well.
You're good at kneading.
Well, the secret, you want to know the secret? This is, I'm about to tell you something here. Nutters? About to tell you something here. Don't tell anyone else. The secret on a boat to getting the dough to aerate like that is when you're letting it rise, put it in the engine room. Because we all run our engine for half an hour a day just to recharge batteries. Stick it in the engine room.
What are you doing now?
Just knocking the air out of it.
Why do you do that?
Because it tastes better. And I'm going to add some sin hueso, which means no bones. So these olives have no bones. That's direct translation, it just means no pips. So you don't need it too much on the second go. It might need you, but you don't need it. Oh, look how elastic that is. That's beautiful. So we're just going to whack it back into a lightly floured bowl. and it's going to go through its second rising in its favourite little haunt in the engine room. So now we go to our massive walk-in engine room. And we just sit him there on top of Izzy. Job done. Let's have a look. Oh wow! Look at that!
So you transferred them into baking trays, I see.
Yeah.
For the second rise?
No, for the third rising.
Third rising?
Yeah.
Lots of rising going on.
Yeah, it's another 2 minutes, I'll be ready to put in the oven.
They look amazing. I'm so excited. Real bread! Ah!
You're excited. Now, if I light the oven and they come out with all my hair still, things will be good. Right, ignition, contact. Whoops, ignition. So now we turn it up to my graduated dial.
I love your dial, darling.
Which is 200 right there. It used to be Fahrenheit, so I've made it into the real numbers now, Celsius. Still haven't exploded yet. Pretty happy. Hey Siri, 10-minute timer please, my darling.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
There we go. Ready to go into the newly fixed oven. Alright, 25 to 30 minutes later, we should have bread. Oh,
really?
Wow!
Babe! That looked really good. Was that just a sneak peek?
There's a sneak peek. The old standard.
My goodness. Oh.
One yummy olive bread.
Yeah.
And one tray of lovely buns for our lovely dinner tonight. And I'll leave that open to warm the boat up.
That looks incredible.
Thank you, mother, for the rabbit. How good's that?
That's beautiful, baby. Does it make a noise when you... Oh.
Hey?
Can you see the olives?
Yeah. It's there.
It's gorgeous.
Oh.
You got yourself a pull-apart loaf by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's a pull-apart loaf. Is that what I call it?
Yeah, when they're stuck together like that.
Yeah, pull-apart loaf.
Pull-apart rolls. Yeah.
Pull-apart roll.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Look at the steam.
Look at that. How are
That's-
the pickled eggs going? You better test another one.
They are sensational. I'm going to celebrate. Whenever something monumental used to happen in the boat, we'd have a rum. But because we're trying to be good this year, we have a monumental celebration with a pickled egg, which are yummy. Oh, it's been what, a week?
You bet, week, yeah.
Oh, look at that.